That was rough.
How's it going, everyone? Alex with Jeeps Limited here. So today we're looking at trail number 6 at Windrock Off-Road Park. This trail is rated as a hard, like a single black diamond. It's overall not too bad of a trail, but you will see that there is one giant mud hole that you really have no way of getting into very well. And if you're going up it, would be actually really, really challenging to get through. Then there's a second little spot on there that's pretty rough that is not quite captured on video, but overall the trail's pretty moderate, just with the exception of two terrible spots, which obviously you kind of saw that a little bit there. This trail is actually pretty short for a lot of the trails at Windrock. It's a little bit over a mile long, and it really only took us maybe 20 minutes or so to get through the whole thing, including a little bit of messing around at that first mud hole there. So, as always, thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy it.
Is that where I want to be?
I don't think it matters where you want to be.
Would you do brakes and slide or first gear and roll it? That was rough.
So the camera never does this kind of stuff justice, but that's pretty deep. It's like a whole car deep. I don't think it matters where you want to be.
Would you do brakes and slide or first gear and roll it?
I'd probably do first gear and just let it just... There it is.
That was rough.
It didn't look too bad.
This little drop I'm coming up to here, while not as bad as that first one, was actually really slick and fairly steep, and you can't tell from this video, but I feel like I got pretty light in my back end and I nosed into the ground pretty darn hard, but not quite as bad as the previous one. So from this point, the rest of the trail actually would be a lot of fun to come up. It's just kind of a rocky descent that we're going down, which would be a fun rocky climb to come up. But if you do come up the trail, you are going to have to deal with those two really bad slick drop-offs. So we ran it downward, which is kind of how we ran most of the trails here for whatever reason. But it's still a pretty fun trail. You can see here that Trail 6 does cross another trail, which I believe might be 42 or 43, which are both moderate trails. If you wanted to run up this next part of the trail, which is the Rocky Hill Climb section, you could bail out on Trail 42 or 43 before you have to inevitably go up the rest of that hill where those two big drop-offs are. So that is an option if you like the Rocky Hill climbs, but don't really like getting into those super nasty wet ledges and whatnot, which is kind of how I would. I don't really like those ledges. Going down them isn't as bad sometimes, but going up those ledges would have been extremely difficult for pretty much anybody. So just know you do have the option to take another trail to detour around the harder section, or you could even come up the Rocky Hill climbs and then go back down them if you really wanted to. But either way, you have some options there if you are interested in doing this next section of the trail.
Bye.